Does anybody know a black woman or black man who, if they were given the funding and the support, could teach children to read or do math at grade level? Give me a yes if you know somebody in that category, right? Because I know probably like 50 people like that, right? And if somebody called and said, "Hey, look, we really want to solve this problem. Here's $100 million because we wasted, we send, three, four, five, $10 billion to Israel every year. So we're gonna give y'all a tiny little 100 million to solve this reading math problem with black people because you're not as important to us as the Israelis and the Zionists, but still we'll give you a little crumb, little taste of something, right? Do you understand how many black people I can hire right now on speed dial that could solve that problem overnight? Do you understand that? And so I ask you, dear black people, that those who are listening, those who are open-minded enough to consider a perspective that might differ from your own, I understand if you disagree with me, that is within your rights. But I want you to ask yourself, if the problem is so easily solved, and you have PhDs out here, you got teachers out here, you got counselors and therapists and community center coordinators and football coaches and all these people, fathers and mothers and all these people that care about the issue that could fix it. Why are they not putting money into solving the problem? Well, let me just tell you why. And I'm gonna be quick on this because I got to go upstairs because my wife wants to meet with me and I have an appointment with her, and that's very important for me. The reason the problem isn't solved is because they only profit if the problem is never solved. The relationship that black people have with the political parties, in my view, is similar to the relationship that Americans have with the healthcare system. In all the years that Pfizer has been in existence, they have made hundreds of billions of dollars, but they've never cured a single disease. Oh, if you're sitting here in these labs and you got all this money and all these researchers, why aren't you curing anything? Why are you just managing diseases? Well, because there's no profit in the cure. If you get cured and you no longer need me, then I become the parent who has to deal with having an empty nest. Some parents do this. Some parents will keep their children weak and dependent because they cannot fathom the idea of their children not needing them anymore. So white people are sort of like your parents. They pretty much are like, no, these people need us. And it's not all white people. If you're white, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the man, whatever, whoever that is. They need you dependent on them. They need you to be hopeless. They need you to be broken. They need you to be in the struggle because that's the only way they can profit from you. Broken black people are probably one of, if not the most profitable entities in the entire United States. Black problems are amazing things to campaign on. The fact that only 18% of black third graders can read or can read at grade level. In Chicago, only 22% of the children can read at grade level. But yet every single election, we got black folks out here fighting to make sure teachers unions make their money and the administrators make their money. And I'm not against teachers unions or administrators. I just want to understand why the hell y'all ain't doing the job because I know in Chicago alone, you go to school like Freedom Home Academy International, which they do not fund. They're educating black children at a very high level. I went to that school and I made a donation that day. So did my cousin. And we did because we saw 10-year-olds who had the intellect of college students. So how is it that Marcus Klein can create Freedom Home Academy International and educate 10-year-olds to the level of college students, and you're getting billions and you can't even help them read enough to go work at fucking McDonald's? Why are you putting money into solutions that do not work? And why are we fighting to defend excessive black sub mediocrity? Why is it that the Muhammad University of Islam, right in the heart of the south side of Chicago, black people get shot within a couple of blocks of that mosque down there? I've been down there many times. I spoke there twice. They had 13-year-olds who sounded like graduate students. I taught in the MBA program at Syracuse University.